Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm getting music on. Put my phone up here.
Your audio or video is not available. Reconnect.
Let me start that up now.
Greetings, everyone. No one's in the room right now, and I'm probably about 15 minutes late. But I'd like to go ahead and get started. You guys are probably gonna see this, and it will be recorded. But I wanted to talk with you tonight about light workers being the flame carriers. And with that being said, hi, Taishi. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. We're only gonna be no more than about 30 minutes tonight because I know I haven't had a chance to talk with you guys. But I want to talk about you guys that are called or volunteered to come into the third dimension to be light workers and owning who you are and being authentically you. It's going to take you to be brave. But before we get started, I'd like to do our invocation. And I'll have Courtney do the invocation. Invocation is just inviting our ancestors and the spiritual host.
Cast a circle 3 times about, release negativity. Cast a circle 3 times about, release negativity. Cast a circle 3 times about, release negativity. We call upon our ancestors, the universal force, divine feminine energy, and divine masculine energy. All elements of life from the north, east, south, and west, earth, air, fire, water, the spiritual hosts, our ascended masters, our archangels, our spirit animals, and the cosmic elders. That's right. Okay, cosmic elders into our setting today.
Okay, and so when we talk about,
That's how I was going to say, cosmic warriors.
so when we, hey Tara, we haven't forgotten about you, sweetie. We'll mail your rose water tomorrow. So when we talk about light workers, I want to help you guys understand that we are important because we hold the balance of the universe, of Earth. And if we don't take our post, so much and so many would be lost. They would perish. So there are a few of you that are battling the light work because you were probably brought up a certain way. And if anyone knew what your plans or who you really were, they would probably not accept you. Hey, Kenneth. Rejection, whenever you're a light worker, you're going to be called crazy. You're going to be rejected. You're going to be despised. People are going to laugh. They'll mock you. But the universe adores you. I want to let you know that. And simply because you hold the balance. Life cannot be all good. If so, we would never know evil. Okay, and so there wouldn't be the yin, yang, or yang, as some may call it. There would not be day, nor would there be, we would know the difference in night. It's called duality. We need you, light workers. This is a cry and a plea for you to take your stand, for you to accept yourself, because Mother Nature needs you. So does this universe. You are depending on you. That's the first thing. You are the creator of your universe. Nobody else can save you. It's totally up to you to understand and master you. and then to support and become one with Mother Nature and balance out this universe. Okay? Most light workers have come to Earth to shift it into a higher level of consciousness. And without you taking your stance, a lot of people would not be awakened right now. Just think, if I didn't do what I do, how many people's lives would not be the same, or would remain the same. Would remain the same. And how many people could or would have perished. And I've only touched just a percentage. So there's so many light workers that are shining their light. And we are the one that's holding the torch, that's making the difference. So light workers are, many of you have from a child been different. You're the outcast of the family. You're the one that many have called the black sheep. You were not supposed to fit in. You were the cornerstone that the church rejected. Religion couldn't hold you. As a child, you may have been the one to see spirits. You could feel energy. You knew when a person was sick. You smell spirits. Whatever it is, we need you to step up. This is a plea for you to take your stand in the universe, because you matter. We are depending on you.
That's right.
Now, I want you to listen to this. This is very important. I'm really coming from a very spiritual, serious place today. It says light workers are souls that have agreed to come to this planet in order to fulfill this duty. They have agreed to carry this flame inside of their soul in order to illuminate and enlighten the world. I want to tell you what that means. You volunteered to come here. You know who you are. And it's you that will shine the light so that someone else can find their way. Okay? It's not about being perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to understand that. It's not about, I need to know it all before I say that I'm a light worker. No, you don't. You know you're different. You're the one your friends come to for advice. You're the one that's despised by your family, but everyone else pretty much adores you. You're the one that's suffering in a major way. It's because you have an identity crisis. Some of you know who you are, but you don't really want to be that, because you feel like your family will reject you. You feel like people are going to think you're crazy. You're that one. We're depending on you. We need you to come in and begin to help Mother Nature put this light into the universe so that many can come. Not all will come, because that's not balance. Not all will come. As much as we'd like for the whole world to be conscious, that's not going to be. Many will perish. Okay? But you have to accept that before you came here, you agreed to come here. Yeah, you got, yeah. Okay. Now, light workers are healers. I just want you to understand, a lot of you are healers. You were that when you were in church, if you were ever there. You were gifted. Mm-hmm.
She said, what are the first steps in order to take your rightful place?
Okay. Now, by you being a healer, That's totally left up to you. Some of you may end up going into practicing your native culture, native practices. Some of you may decide to become energy healers.
It's different. It's a lot of different
It's so
routes.
many different ways.
It's really-
But you ask, what are the steps in order to take your rightful place? You must go within. You must gain a lifestyle of meditation.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay? Now, I've always meditated, but I didn't understand it in its totality until about a year and maybe 2 years ago. Because I would always pray, but I would always want to hear more. So back then, I was thinking, Jesus was speaking to me. But in all actuality, it was my higher self, which is the ancestor's voice. Because we are our ancestors. You've been here before. You are ancestors. That means that you've been here before. This is not your first time on earth. Some of you may be teachers. Some of you are not just healers. Some of you are teachers. You were called to get on live and just share with people whatever it is you hear your higher self saying. You are uniquely you. You may see other people and you may admire their stand. You may think, oh wow, she has a beautiful spirit. So do you. You may think, oh, he or she is doing so much. There's so much more for you to do.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to say that you don't have to look at it as being one side. Like if you're a light worker, you have to do readings, or you have to do cleansings, or you have to do rituals for your clients. It's a lot of things that you can do. Because that's why it's important, like Mom said, to go within so that you can know exactly what you are here for, and you can use your creativity for what you're here for. Be able to help a lot of people. Everybody need help. So.
And and I'm talking to the light workers, when you volunteered to come to Earth, the struggles were real because you're in the physical, you're in the 3D plane. So you're going to suffer. And a lot of this is going to be because you are in this realm.
Mm-hmm.
And you may struggle to manage your flame, but the more you are in tune with who you are, the spiritual part, the ancestors, the more you're communicating with the spiritual host, and you're understanding that you must master yourself, your mind, things become a lot easier for you. And once you begin to understand, as Kenny was talking the other day, astrology, numerology, you have more support than you'll ever know from the cosmos.
That's all you. That's pretty much all you need to.
Yeah, people say, well, who's protecting you? What's your protection? When you understand who you are and the host that protects you, you understand it's not just your ancestors alone. It's the universe. It's the cosmos. It's the sun. It's the moon. It's the source. So you're not out here by yourself. I don't think nobody can top that.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. You see, because we're in retrograde right now, and a lot of people going crazy. But the ones that's protected, like light workers, you feel secure. Even though this stuff is going on, there's some things that come and try to hinder you. You still do it. So when you get hurt,
Yes. When you start your spiritual journey of meditation, you begin to start a journey of self-discovery, healing as well. You begin to heal yourself. You understand it's necessary for you to heal. In the process, people are watching you heal. You're healing them as well because you're being authentically you. We don't get on here and we don't put up facades. We don't act like we're perfect. We live in the physical realm. Yes, we're spirits having a human experience, but at the end of the day,
That's it is, just it.
yeah.
I mean,
Now,
people get carried away.
Go ahead, just elaborate on it.
Well, a lot of people get carried away, and when I notice a lot of times when we book clients for readings or they get a ritual, they think that their life is supposed to be just perfect. Like a fairy tale. I don't understand why they feel that way when you know that something has to happen to offset something, because this is how we get our balance. You're gonna have to have some down and some up. You can't have up all the time because that's not balance.
Exactly.
So I wish everybody would stop thinking that way. That when you get a ritual, everything is fine and dandy and nothing is gonna try to come. It's just the only thing that can stop it from getting worse is the energy that you have when the situation takes place. You can switch your energy up. So if something bad happened, like okay, you probably you lost your wallet. Go ahead, cancel your cards, change that energy, and don't focus on that right there. Just take that energy and put it to something else.
Now,
that's the best way to do it.
Right. Now, are light workers always going to be feeling, like she said, on top of the world? No, because they're dealing with their shadow self themselves. And they have to go in and ignite their own flames. I was telling my staff today, when I first started my journey, I didn't have anybody I could call and say, hey, can you show me how to do a ritual, or can you help me get my business up off the ground? I didn't have any of that. It was days I had to just sit in meditation and light my own flame because I felt this big. But the universe would always send people into my universe to tell me to put on your crown. One lady told me, what she say?
Yeah, she said, where's your crown? You're not wearing your crown. She said, you're supposed to be jeweled with all these beautiful jewels. I can see you right now. She was saying that she see her all the way up here and she's right here. And then my mom was like, no. She was like, no, that's not. She was like, we right here. She said, you are too. And she was like, no, not compared to where you're going to be. So what she was trying to say is she see her elevating. And we are. Because when she started the business in the meditation center, we didn't have as much space or was able to do as many services as we wanted to do, because we were still growing. So meditation is what we had offered. Then that, and we started to take up Reiki, and then we just kept elevating and just keep going and going and going. And then now you got all these different skills under your belt that can help people, that can help anybody else. Anything that you can do to help anybody.
And my plea to you, Lightworker, is that you do not get discouraged in your journey, because every day we should be evolving. You should not look like you did last week. Something needs to change. You cannot get frustrated with yourself, because remember, you have a shadow side, and which a lot of people try to say it's an outside entity or spirit that's vexing you, which it's not. It's your shadow self. So you got to bring your lower self, which is anything from down below the heart chakra, and your higher self, anything above the heart, again, into total balance with your ego. It takes some work. How do you do it? Do you get Reiki healings? A lot of people do. But guess what? You can simply go out and begin to ground with Mother Nature. Yeah. And that's a great way to start, versus trying to just go in books and research, because what will happen is you'll learn what it is that you're trying to research, but you'll have your third eye open, which is going to at some point cause you to be very militant, because it's not the right way. It's not the order of the chakras. The chakras should be open, starting from the root chakra up. If you start from your third eye, your heart is closed, you will go out here and you will cut somebody's head off
I was.
on the strength of consciousness. On the strength of consciousness. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. Versus if you had allowed the root chakra to open first, then you would understand that at some point, this is necessary for that. It's cause and effect. It's all necessary.
That's true.
But if you were to focus into your own reality, if you were to pull these good things into your reality, you would be better off for the universe, for others.
Yes.
Because we can make the universe miserable with our thoughts.
And then just,
But nobody ever wants to take the blame for that.
No, because the devil did that one.
Yeah, we'll say, oh, Satan got into such and such and shot up the building. No. Satan didn't do that. This person was angry. What the person believed may have been factual. But because the heart chakra was closed, he did it without any, or she did it without a thought. She acted on what she knew versus, what she actually felt, or what her inner teacher, which is the spiritual being, that part of yourself, was trying to tell her or him. And I hope you're following me here.
I am, because I remember when I first tried meditation and trying to open up chakras, and I would put on these videos. I haven't even mastered how to meditate then, so I was just doing it, trying to hurry up and rush and do something I had no business doing, and that made me militant because I started hating white folks and stuff like that. And now I'm like, I don't even care. I don't care. That don't bother you no more because I don't put my energy in that. So it's like, okay.
When you know something, when you know something, you know it. When you know the root of it, the fact of it, that's the fact. But we have to understand the highest vibration is love. As you ascend, you begin to understand that if you would just line up and you would just make sure you're mastering self, your light is shining, mastering your mind, the universe knows how to care for herself.
Stuff out the way.
She will definitely take care of you. You don't have to go out. You can't kill the world. You can't control everything. So don't try.
Oh, somebody pulled a card like that. What is it? They was trying to, the tower. That's what it is, the tower. Destruction is going to happen anyway, so why are you trying to stop it? Because stopping it would hinder the process of how it would end up being beautiful. You don't know what happens after all of that, so just leave it alone.
And I want you guys to listen to this that I had, kind of researched today. All callings are different for light workers. However, our ultimate objective is to help people dig through their own shadows in order to find their light. So most spiritual practitioners, they just do rituals for people. Oh, help me find a love. They'll do a ritual and then they'll call and tell you your ritual's done, or burn the candle's done, and just wait. What about that person's light? What about helping that person get to the best person that they could possibly be? Understanding if they were to start with self-love, you wouldn't have to do a ritual for a love to come. Because self-love does just that. That makes you totally happy and satisfied with yourself. And once you're filled up, because it's going to fill you up to 100%, then guess what? That love begins to overflow and come out of you like it reminds me the Ace of Cups.
Yeah.
In tarot.
With the overflow.
It's a chalice and it's filled with water. And it's coming all out, very beautiful. Then it goes out, it exudes out into the universe, and people will look at you and see the essence of the divine feminine, which is in all of us. It's not just women. The divine masculine and feminine is in everybody. Yes. That's the source energy, that's God. Okay, so this energy goes out and it pulls people like a magnet to you. So you don't have to do the love. That's why when people say, do you do love rituals? Of course I do. So what I always tell you is this: love's gonna come to you. I can promise you that, but we're gonna work on you first. So while I'm doing that, working on the energy that got you where you were, you do these affirmations and meditation. So the goal of a spiritual practitioner or light worker should be to help that person find their light in a world of darkness, working through their shadow side.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to do the 7-day spiritual bath. I'm going to have you meditate. I'm going to have you speak mantras every day. You're going to do it every day. So at the end of the day, when you come back and say, oh, you did a ritual for me, but did you do what you were supposed to do? Because that's what the source is saying. That's what the ancestors are saying. Oh, now, yeah, she's gifted. She's powerful. She can push it through. But now it's something that you got to do. This is what the source tells me about my people that come to me. So when they say, oh, nothing's happening yet, and the first thing I ask them, well, what are you doing? Oh, I'm not doing anything. I just thought you said 7 days or, and I didn't have to do anything else. Listen, you got to fight for your life because it's inner conflict. And that's why most of us have not accepted who we are, because there's inner conflict. Oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not a light worker. I'm not like that person. She's a natural. No, she's been through hell.
And it took her a long time to get there. Everybody got a journey, so.
And that's it.
Change, so.
There's a destination, but you forget about the journey.
Yeah.
I did a post a long time ago. I talked about it. I said, enjoy the journey, every bit of it. When I first started, when I left corporate America and I decided that little $1,200, $1,400 after they took the taxes out, 401k, when I got that money back, I was like, okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to invest in myself, what I love to do. And I'm going to do a meditation station. And I called it 432 Hertz of Meditation. And the journey was, people would just straggle in. But it was some powerful people that would come in. I didn't give up. I've had businesses, so many businesses, honey, I can count on fingers and toes and still have room to go further. But that's the beauty of it. How many times did I fall? How many times did I not succeed? But all of this was important because I had to go to work for corporate America because I needed to understand how to run a business on a corporate level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a professional business that, our mission is back behind great customer service and helping people find their light in a world of darkness. You got to have a mission and you got to have a vision.
Yeah, and y'all, like we said, when you ask for the ritual, you do the work, you send in the pictures, we tell y'all to do y'all stuff on y'all end, meditation, spiritual bath, affirmations. How in the world do you think that after we do the work and you're not doing nothing, that you will attract this abundance by sitting on the couch? How are you going to get it? You were still in that same vibration before you got in contact with us, so what changed? That's the biggest thing y'all got to look at. So you have to change while we're doing our work. You have to be able to come up here to where the abundance is, because you was right here at first. Now you got to come here. So it's levels. You don't just we don't just burn the candle and then boom, you got it. It don't work that way. So.
And sometimes people can get it through the spiritual bath.
Yeah.
Some people do.
We got we had about over 5 clients that as soon as they do the spiritual bath, now they got money to get them a ritual. If they thrilled, they happy, they got them a job. They were on Skid Row, and they came all the way up here. It's good. The spiritual bath is a road opener.
But then if you're looking for any more, abundance and your life turning around, you're going to have to be responsible for going within. And that's going to take some self-discipline, which is self-love. Love cancels out fear. I'm talking to somebody right now. You're very fearful about what your future holds for you. Love cancels out fear. So when you really understand what love is all about and loving yourself, then you begin to face your fears. Your fears cannot cripple you any longer, okay? You're responsible for balancing your own energy in this planet, in this 3D dimension.
Yep.
So you got to learn how to balance. And what makes me think about this is a lot of times, just say if a person hits the lottery for 15 million and they get over happy, over excited, that's not balance. Then the next day, bam, something happens.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get too excited. Too much of anything is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Even sorrow. That's why I tell people, please keep your thoughts and emotions intact. Because if you're not balanced, it's okay to cry. If you cry, you gotta laugh. So if you have a day you wake up, you're disappointed, and you feel like the world is on your shoulder, do not go to bed without laughing. Okay?
Yeah,
Because you're going to get more of that sadness. As a matter of fact, I catch mine. Whenever I find a reason to, something could come and try to throw me, I'll just psych myself out and be like, you know what? Today is the best day of my life and things are going to be great. I already know things are awesome right now.
especially when it's like real bad, just be like,
Yeah,
alright,
either way.
This funny because I already know that this is just trying to psych me out trying to deter me from my path. So I ignore it. I go ahead and accept the feeling and I move on. That's why I accept how I felt in that moment, and then I say, okay, I'm done. Now let me go on with my day. I don't let it mess my day up now. That's not good.
If you are a light worker, how do you bring balance in the planet? By healing others, helping others awaken.
It's a lot easier now.
Some of you are very powerful manifestors. That's a part of being a light worker. Some of you have mastered manifestations. And that's okay. Some of you may say, oh, well, it took me so long to get this. But guess what?
Oh.
You thought about it enough. You pulled it into your reality. You've seen yourself with it. Like maybe a spouse. You were like, I dated him for 3 years, but I always called him my husband. And I always, saw us together. And then bam, he brought a wedding ring, want to marry you. You manifested that. Or if you saw a car, a certain kind of car, and you was like, you know what, I'm getting this car. I don't care what nobody says. This is my car. And you make it happen. You manifested that. Don't give your credit to any a deity. You did that. Thank yourself. You know what's funny? How people go to work, a job, 40 hours a week. Turn around and thank Jesus. But you were the one that was putting in the hard work.
You know good and well Jesus didn't put you in that clock. Now come on now. That ain't right.
But you don't thank yourself. Why? Because you don't think you're worthy. Or you thank Buddha. Because I don't want to pick on, because I don't want to, some of you are still probably calling on Jesus. I want to protect your process, but I just want to tell you that the truth of the matter is you got in the car and you went and you clocked in and out and you made that happen. Thank yourself. And the things that really matter, you pay no attention to. Like Mother Earth. Like the elements of life. Like the archangels that guide you every day. The spirit guides that when you're in an unconscious state sleeping, they take you off into another dimension and you live in another dimension and another reality.
Yeah, because you could get stuck.
Yep, like she's saying, yes, you could get stuck into that other dimension, but guess what? You don't. Your spirit guide brings you back. And that's your wake up. You didn't wake up, honey. Your spirit guide brought you back into your body. Breathing is happening. You're not breathing when you're sleeping. Tell me how you do it.
Yeah, because can you? Because I can't.
Honey, when I'm sleeping, my eyes closed because all day long, I work with my mind, manifesting and with my hands. So when I lay down in the bed, my eyes shut, honey, I'm in a real deep sleep. I don't know nothing. And sometimes I get up to go to the bathroom. When you get a little older, you have to take your bathroom breaks at night. When I get up, I say, oh my God, my spirit guy had to bring me back because I told her I had to pee.
What made you think of that one?
Because I be sleeping so hard. I don't even know how I woke up. Sometimes I be trapped. I think it could go either way. I could get stuck in that dimension and not wake up.
Yeah, that do make sense.
Yeah, because my spirit be so deep.
I had one bathroom break, but I was like, I don't even know how. Well, one time I was getting ready to go to sleep. I don't even know how I made it in the room. I was so tired.
Yeah.
I made it in the room though. Because TJ was saying I heard, or he was telling me I had walked in the room. One time ago.
So it says most light workers are intuitive, have gifts of mediumship, or are very sensitive to energy. Now, if you're a person that goes into a party and you're like, ooh, something ain't right about that person over there, you're feeling energy. You're a light worker.
Only accept it.
And some of you already know people, you can peg them. When you meet them, you be like, that thing right there will cross you at the drop of a dime. Stop downplaying that stuff.
You know why? Because everybody they've been taught to just think that everything is coincidence. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a coincidence.
No.
Everything happens on purpose.
I want to help you understand just a few of these. Okay, so it says a light worker will often enter your life through a time of awakening or hardship and will help you realize your own strengths, abilities, and purpose. How many times have I talked to people and they say, you know what, Yafa, you've helped me understand who I am, or you've helped me manifest this, that, and the third. I immediately thank the ancestors. But in my own humbleness, I'm thankful to myself for being active, standing up to the call, and understanding I volunteered for this, so I'm good at what I do. I don't downplay that. Put that fan on me, I'm hot.
Okay.
So,
let me fix it up.
Here's a few signs, and I hope that some of these signs resonate with you guys. I'm not going to give you guys a whole lot. Don't want to keep you because I know I'm really late tonight, but y'all got to keep in mind that I'm running the business now. So a lot of times when I'm able to talk with you guys, it will be in later hours. Because even back then when I was starting, we were actually manifesting this business. And it took us about 2 weeks to get this business. I went and spoke with the gentleman, and I didn't care what nobody thought, said, or what. I wanted what I wanted, and I got what I wanted. And I went to him and told him what I wanted from him.
It's so easy.
I gave him what I had, and I told him this is the situation, and he trusts me, and I told him there was no reason why he should not. And this is where we are today. Yes, he wanted money, and I gave him everything he asked for. You know why? The ancestors made sure, because this is I'm doing the work for them. I'm helping them. They're helping me. So here's a few signs so that you guys will know that you're a light worker, and I hope this resonates. You feel called to help heal or guide others. You feel like there's something about you that other people need and that you must do to help others. Okay? You are sensitive to energies, or you're an empathist. Okay? You possess gifts of mediumship or psychic abilities. You feel strongly about environmentalism and the treatment of animals. Some of you love cats, some of you love dogs. Pay attention to those things. Okay? You are very aware of your own fears and the fears of those around you. You experience a strong spiritual awakening. Some of you are feeling it very heavy for you to start studying, meditating, doing whatever you can. Some of you are reaching out. And if you don't have the funds, you guys get discounts. But if you don't have the funds, nobody gets turned away. Nobody comes in my inbox and do not get help. I'm going to do something to help you.
That's what I like about it. Because other spiritual practitioners turn people around, and those are the very same people that come to us for help. Just because these people ain't got whatever the amount of money it is, which would be an awful lot for those that you don't know who's doing the work. And they come to us and say, well, such and such told me they did the work and I don't see no results. They don't got no pictures of the candles or anything. They don't have any proof that this person is working on their work. And they just tell them if they don't got the money, they don't want to help them. Because you know why? They don't have a relationship with the ancestors and they don't meditate. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
That's why they don't want to help. Because they don't feel that, they don't feel close to that. They just, I feel like they just they're able to do the work because they've been taught, that been passed down through the family line. But it's not something that they can spiritually commit with. That's what I feel.
And I also want to tell you guys a few calling cards for light workers are numbers 111. You may see 333. These numbers, pay attention to them. The universe speaks in numbers and vibrations. The universe is speaking to you and you're saying, oh, this number is following me. Dig in deep. Look up angel number, whatever it is. Get the signs. Understand. Go in meditation. Hear. Be very sensitive. Okay? Light workers are really here to help the planet by healing those who inhabit it. That's all it is, and that's as simple as it is. We're here to heal the planet. Sometimes go outside, bare feet, ground. Tell Mother Nature you thank her, you bless her, you heal her. Pour a cup of water down for her. But begin to start just with something. And the more you heal Mother Earth, your fears will dissipate. You will begin to be strong. You will feel secure. You will be protected. No matter what anyone says, you will have a foundation. You'll be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. That oak tree, when the storms come, you may bend, but you won't break. Okay? If you recognize yourself or someone around you as being a light worker, treat them with respect and help them to honor their gifts, for without them, this planet would be a lot darker. So if you know another light worker, do encourage him or her. And that's what I'm doing today for you. I'm encouraging you. It's not all about you just being under the wings of someone. It's time for you to stand up and stand out. Yes, your family, your friends are going to look at you crazy. Some of you are going to lose a lot of people. It's okay. Tell them bye. What no longer serves you, let it go, because it can cost you your life.
It's worth to get rid of them extra people. It feels good. I
Yeah.
tell you that, it feels good. Not be a part of something fake. I don't care.
Yeah. And stop trying to hold on to these little snags.
Mm-mm.
And I hate to say it. They're, you know what a snag is? You ever seen that, like if you got on a ring or something and you pull a fabric, piece of your fabric in your clothes, it little ugly thing hang out, it pulls it.
And you go back in and go sew it up.
Yeah, disgusting, the snags. Get rid of them. Get rid of the snags. Because that's the only way, and I'm being comical, but that's the only way you're going to soar. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna open it up for questions for you guys. Every day, in the midst of, you guys read one of my posts where I told you I had a dream and a meteor fell on the car, and before it hit the car I was riding in, people were moving. I saw a bunch of people in the road, and we're driving. The people are coming this way, and we're going that way. I was with a young girl. I don't know who she was, but we saw people standing in the road, and I was like, well, slow down because it's people in the road. But they were moving back, and they were looking up, and they go, oh, and then they'll move this way. And then we were trying to see, and out of the sky comes a big meteor, and it fell and it hit the car. It didn't hit her side, but it hit mine. And I woke up. But in the same dream, my grandmother, who is an ancestor now, I think she's an ascended master, I really do. She told me, because I never heard of malachite. And she told me to get some, and you'll see that I don't have my earrings on, but I have a pair of earrings, malachite. I have the bracelets, and you see, and you see here.
I see it in there. Is that it too?
Yeah, there's malachite there. So I've worn this transformation crystal because she told me it would help me. It would transform me, and that was the beginning of everything for me. And every day, every single day, I said that to say this, the ancestors show themselves by sending a yellow butterfly.
Every day.
It's not one single day. As a matter of fact, we may have 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We'll be riding on different streets, and a little yellow butterfly will just fly by. And it's the sweetest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's like we just.
And now I'm
Keep going down.
Yes.
I love that.
And now I just sit back and wait on them to reveal themselves. I mean, they're constant. They're consistent. And they will not let you down. I know it's hard to believe something that you don't see, but energy, you feel energy. You don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't ask you to see them. I ask you to feel them. Their presence is with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is my plea. Your loved ones are gone from this realm. Their body is in the ground or cremated or whatever it is, but their energy is transformed. Energy does not die, it transforms. They are with you. So stop thinking that you don't have them. Stop thinking you're going through this by yourself. You have a host that's waiting for you to just acknowledge them. And when I say acknowledge, just every day do your invocations and thank them for assisting you. So if you were moving and I say, hey, I want to give you a hand, would you not tell me thank you when I'm done? Or would you act like I'm not there? But you need my strength, but you would be rude and act like I'm not there. Is there anything anyone want to say or ask by chance?
I got something I'll tell you when we get off camera because I don't want to make it too deep. That'll be for a whole nother video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just what you just said. I haven't thought about it. That book we had read, it's gonna be good. Oh, I think I'm gonna do that. Cause I'm gonna skip on that. Because some of my dreams, they feel like they like pieces of a story. I gotta try to put them together. I'm gonna put it together tonight.
Do me a favor, pull up. I want to leave something with you guys. Pull up angel number 1100, because that's the time of that live. This was the time of the live, and that's the time I wanted to go to start. But I just want to give it to you. as encouragement
Along our lines.
from the ancestors.
Yes, yes. Okay. All right. It says number 111 is a powerful number.
Not 111,
Oh.
1100.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
111.
1100.
Oh. 1100. Okay. Angel number 1100 is a blend of the attributes and energies of the number 1 appearing double, the karmic master number 11, and the number 0 also appearing twice, amplifying the vibrations of number 1 and number 0. Number 1 relates to new beginnings, self-reliance, achievement and attainment, striving forward in progress, motivation, stepping out of our comfort zone and stepping into the unknown. This is what this life about.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 also tells us that we create our own realities with our thoughts, beliefs, and intentions. The master teacher number 11 symbolizes the principles of spiritual awakening and enlightenment, illumination, high energy, visionary, creativity, idealism, inspiration, and intuition, self-expression, and sensitivity, and mysticism. Master number 11 tells us that to connect with our higher selves is to know and live our soul mission and life purpose. Number 0 carries the energies of the God force and universal energies and resonates with developing one's spiritual aspects, and is considered to represent the beginning of a spiritual journey and highlights the uncertainties that may entail. It suggests that you listen to your intuition and higher self, as this is where you will find all of your answers. Angel number 1100 encourages you to take a positive action in the direction of your intuitive messages and true desires. It encourages you to trust yourself, the angels, and the universal energies, and take action as guided. Step out of your comfort zone and head towards the direction of your inner promptings. Know and believe that you will find success and happiness. When the angel number 1100 appears repeatedly, you are urged to pay attention to your intuition, thoughts, and impressions, as they are revealing the answers to your prayers and are providing guidance. Keep your beliefs, thoughts, and mindset focused upon your spirituality and divine life purpose, as you are now creating your own reality. Engage yourself in creative and positive endeavors and activities, and use your personal skills and talents in a productive manner. Listen to the guidance of your intuition and serve your soul mission with passion and enthusiasm.
There it is.
That's the whole life.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
So I had no idea. I just heard the ancestors saying, give you guys 1100 in the angel number. This live is speaking to somebody. Now is the time to connect with yourself. Be expressive in your creation. Be authentically you. Be demanding of yourself to raise and to rise above all that people have said and spoke to you. Do understand that you have more for you than you do against you.
Yep, it's an illusion.
Be the creator of your universe. Don't allow someone to come in and begin to sabotage or to control your universe. You are the creator. Now, I'm not your God, but I'm my God.
Yeah, not.
I am the God of my universe. I've taken full responsibility and accountability for me, my process, my actions. I volunteered to come here. I'm responsible for every moment and every second.
Yep, that's right.
Don't let another day come and you not be the creator of your universe. Do not be persuaded by a book or by what someone else has said, contrary to your beliefs and what is factual. If you have to go back and you have to play this live over and over and over again for this to settle in your spirit, do so. Because people thinking, oh, it's going to be the end of the world, we're all going to get caught up. I'm going to tell you something right now. Everybody don't die at the same time. Nobody's raptured.
And why would y'all made y'all so?
The process is when you go into another dimension, that's you. That's your moment. It's the end of your world. It's the end of somebody's world every second, every millisecond. It's the end of somebody's world. And listen, all those broken dreams and promises you made to yourself before you stepped into this realm, don't take them back with you. I'm going really deep tonight. This may not resonate. Yes, this may not resonate with a lot of people. Yeah, this may not resonate with a lot of people, but for some of you, you're going to get it. There is no competition. You don't have any competition because you're authentically you.
Your composition is you.
Yes, you are your own competition. Now, people may try to mimic you, but they cannot be you, and they're going to find themselves in a very uncomfortable place and space because they cannot be you.
And they don't know what you did to get there, so why would they want to go through the same struggles you've been through?
She has a...
she said, I feel you.
Yes. You know that, sis. There's a lot of chefs in this world. But there's one person with your name. And there's one person that does it like you do it. You were born with that creativity.
Yes.
Now, people may look and try to mimic you, but they're not you. They can make a plate, you can make one, and y'all guarantee you people would be able to say, oh my goodness, this is hers. So take your eyes off the next person. Do respect one another. I'm looking at people are doing anything for attention.
Everything. She said, tell it. They doing everything for attention, especially now since the portals are open.
People crying out for attention. I could get into something right now.
Yes.
But I really wouldn't do it. I mean, this social media have really ran some people to the gutter. I had an opportunity, I'm just gonna say this, to see a picture on the social media today where there are two ladies sucking a man's toes. And
that's so ugly.
They're awakened, as they say. They say they're awakened. I mean, to each his own. If you want to, suck toes, but don't call yourself, the commander chief of the universe.
You got a burden on you. Like, what would you do something like that? That's a burden. You put a big burden on yourself talking about commander chief of the universe.
Of the earth plane.
You know how many? Ooh, okay.
I'm just.
Much.
It's kind of like a mockery. It's like I just want to tell people to please, okay? This is your show. Nobody has to like you. Nobody has to follow you. You could have one follower. You could have 100. You could have 1,000,000. But it's at the end of the day, it's you. Do you really know who you are, and do you really approve of yourself? Or if 100 people don't like your post, you go and you crawl up under the bed and never come out again. Some people do that because they're looking for attention. And if they don't get that attention,
Mm-hmm.
they're done.
Chasing attention and you don't know who you are.
You don't have to have, I mean, some of you know me back from years, and you've been on Facebook with me for these past 2 years, and you've watched me do lives with only like 2 or 3 people in my sessions, or I did self-love, just live videos, and I don't care anything about a crowd.
Because you're just doing it and just a few.
Because I'm fulfilling my purpose, and if I don't touch but one soul, I'm so excited.
Because you done help somebody.
Yes. And I know I wasn't sent here to help everybody,
Mm-hmm.
because we have so many beautiful light workers. Oh my goodness.
You're not supposed to help everybody.
Yeah, it's so many of us, y'all. It's so many. And I'm just a tiny piece of a puzzle. And I'm happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I go back, I'm in a peaceful place.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I love my life. I love living. And that's one thing about us. We gonna forever evolve and grow. We don't stop. We're
No.
not supposed to. Unless you're looking to go ahead and pass over. And that's the only way you would be stopping growth. If you're done with this plane, then go ahead. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna keep going. Everybody did evolve somehow. Everything else do. Look around you. Nothing is the same.
Mm-hmm. Different cycles.
That's the reflection. That's we doing that. Reflecting what.
Does anybody have any questions? Is there any questions?
5 minutes. And then we'll talk
Okay. My office hours tomorrow, we have not had our grand opening, so we're not officially open, but we're doing a soft opening now. But I'm gonna need you, sis Tara Ogletree, and I'll be getting with you very soon on a date. And for those of you that would like to come out and do some spa treatment tomorrow on foot detox or tarot reading consultation with me, up close and personal.
Yoni steam, early yoni steams,
Yes.
do the foot detox. You already said meditation.
No,
Oh,
meditation.
Reiki energy healing? Reiki energy healing, shamanic cleansing, anything like that. Come on out. 'Cause we
Come
still-
out.
We are taking clients, but we're just not doing our big shebang yet. Because we want to put more in. We got some things that we want to work out. That's all.
And we've been up so early, we work a long time, and we're headed to do rituals now. But when you're doing what you do and you love what you do, it's not working.
Nope. I feel like it's a part of me. That's
Yeah.
it. It's just part of me.
I'm grateful for you. I love you all. I am here if you need me. Do allow your light to shine as bright as you possibly can. And there are going to be some days you're not feeling like being great, but do not exude that out into the universe. Remember that you are the creator of your universe. So just like you can be negative, you can be positive.
I got one thing.
Mhm.
This is a good one. So because I learned this in Qigong. So when you don't feel like, when it's like an off day for you, you feel like a little go ahead and just start shaking. Just a little bit, start shaking. That should make you feel happy.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah,
start
that's
shaking,
it.
do some qigong.
Or your affirmations. If you don't feel good, just go start saying your affirmations in the mirror.
Yeah, and you got to be sure your posture is good with affirmations, because you can say, I am love, I am, and your head's down and your voice is down. It's not helping you.
And you don't feel it, so
Yeah, so
You
you
know,
raise
so
your
it's
pot,
down.
pull your, it's all about physics. So you pull your shoulders up, hold your head up and say, I am love, I am life. So that way, it's in your mind, body, and soul.
and you look
Okay.
like you're deserving of what it is you want.
All right, guys, we're going to end this live. Thank you so much for patronizing me on Patreon. We will be getting back with you guys on next week. I was going to do a live on Sunday, but I do have a out of town visit I have to make, so I didn't want that to come in between you guys, and I chose to put you guys first. Okay? Any questions, do go into my inbox. Please call me. My number is 470-494-8538. Thank you so much.